Hello! We've come to the end of our journey through Self-Experience, the collection by Yogi Bhajan. And just to finish, I'm going to recap on all of the Kriyas that we did and all of the meditations. So you've got 19 Kriyas to keep you going and 19 meditations. I added in a few extra. First Kriya was adjustment of the blood. So that helps oxygenate the blood, circulate it around the body, carrying all the proper nutrients around the body evenly. Then adjust the heat in the body. That's for your digestion and the digestive fires in the body. So you can also digest the experience as well as food. Awaken the diaphragm. That's to increase your breathing capacity and oxygenate the blood. Conscious rebirthing, where you lay in child's pose and then you sang Waheguru Wahejio like a baby. And Yogi Bhajan said you can never get rid of your fear, you can never get rid of your pain. Doesn't matter what effort you make until you have the guts to forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. And that's what conscious rebirthing helped you to do. Then there was adjust your ribcage and lower spine to develop strength and steadiness. You were in upward plank a lot, lifting the legs. Yogi Bhajan said yoga is the science of reality and experiential proof of the sacredness of all life. After that, there was creating internal balance. And for this one, you were in easy pose and your hands were going up and across 60 degrees. And you were swaying from side to side as well. Yogi Bhajan said if the glandular secretion and the blood chemistry are not right, it doesn't matter how powerful and wonderful you are a handicapped person. So your 7th class was Crea for Detoxification. And this is the one where you lay on the floor and you wiggled your feet from side to side and you went into Cobra and you chanted Satnam and Waheguru. So the Crea for Detoxification was a set that systematically moved the energy of the body and mind to keep you light and energized. Next, your 8th class was firing up the metabolism. There's a special fire in you that's the heat of the spirit. And for that firing up the metabolism, you lay on your back and you moved your legs forward and back alternately, and then you finish with the mantra, let your soul be awakened, let the lotus of the Guru be in your heart. Wake up, heal, excel, love and serve. Then you had overcoming tiredness, and this was a wake up set. And for this one, you were lying on your back and you zigzagged from side to side. You pulled your knees in to your chest and out again. Then you did a Kriya called Recharge Yourself. For this one you did lots of cat and cow, and you went into bow pose, and you did moving crow as well. Yogi Bhajan said, don't become spiritual for my sake. I didn't become spiritual for anyone's sake. I became spiritual for my own sake. And then the next Kriya you did was called Overcoming Weakness. And for this one you went into a cobra pose with your tongue sticking out, then a bow pose. Then you were in shoulder stand, and then you did the dreaded stretch pose with breath of fire. Yogi Bhajan said, God is within you. It was, it is, it shall be. And then you went on to doing preparing yourself physically, mentally and spiritually. This is an excellent Kriya. It's quite easy to do, banging the floor and sitting up and down, cross legs with your hands over your heart. And Yogi Bhajan said, it is a daily requirement that the body's energies be properly stimulated so you can live smoothly, think smoothly and go through the day gracefully and peacefully. So that was preparing yourself physically, mentally and spiritually. Then the next Kriya was recuperate the inner organs. So you use the mantra Har 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 Hari at the end of this one. You were in boat pose with a strong deep breath. The Kriya after that was called to release stored pain and refresh yourself. And for this one, you lay on your back and you kicked your backside with your heels, and you circled, sitting in easy pose, and you circled your neck as well, and you used the mantra Chata Chakravati. The following one was take charge of the energy of life. Yogi Bhajan said you can either be above the energy of your life and ride it, or you can be below the energy and it rides you. This is where Kundalini Yoga fits in. It teaches you how to ride the energy. And for this one, you held your legs and you came up to bring your nose to your knees, and you went up into a wheel posture with fire breath, and you were in shoulder stand, touching your feet alternately to the floor. The one after that used the sun wheel meditation, which is a salutation to God for the purification of the psyche, and that was the first element of the Crea, and the Crea was called Heal Your Troubles, and that's the one you needed a banana for. So you did the sun wheel, and then you did palms facing down, then you went into cobra and bow, and you lay on the floor and shook yourself, and then you held the banana aloft as you lay on the floor and listen to Waheguru Waheguru. Yogi Bhajan says, to learn this Kriya, I had to go to an ashram for 6 months and work. I brought 40 or 50 canisters of water every 3 hours. You understand how painful it is to learn from these old-time masters. The Kriya after that was work on the hypothalamus. And for that, you stretched forward and held your feet as you folded forward, and you went into bow pose and you were rocking forward and back, and then you did chant Har Har Mukande. A lovely Kriya. Yogi Bhajan said life is a flow of love. The Kriya after that was you and your body. Quite a tough one, because it starts off in a wheel or in the bridge pose, and you had to have your tongue out and breathe the breath of fire. And you were in a shoulder stand, and you alternately moved your legs forward and back. And you had to have your tongue out and breathe the breath of fire. Tough. And then you chanted Hari, Har, Hari, Har, Hari, Har, Hari at the end with your hands over your head. Yogi Bhajan said, the body is not your friend, not your enemy, not your identity. Body has no relationship with you. It is a time-wise, momentary vehicle which gives you the right to live and experience life. Next Kriya was work on the psyche through the spine. This was the final one of the course. You were sitting in an easy pose for the whole Kriya. You were moving the hands in semicircles, and then up and down, and then in circles, and then you chanted Satnam Waheguru. Wonderful Kriya, one of my favourites. Yogi Bhajan said, body is not all, mind is not all, spirit is not all three make the sense. You did a meditation to go with each class. The first one we did was breath of 10, meditation to become disease free. That's the one where you had your palms facing each other and gradually move them outward. Yogi Bhajan said the breath of 10 is a complete breath in the line of breath of fire. It can give you a disease-free body, a clear meditative mind, and develop your intuition, but it requires practice. Then the meditation you did was Chakra Chalani Kriya. That's the one when you had your palms facing upward and you circled your wrists inwards. Yogi Bhajan said, this is the most sacred and secret Kriya in all yoga. Out of it was born Buddhism, Hinduism, Kabbalah, and all mysticism. And it used the mantra Chata Chakravati. Then you did a meditation to cleanse the bloodstream. That's the one where you had your index finger of your left hand pointing to your right hand, and your right hand pointed up to the sky. Yogi Bhajan said, live like a god, give like an angel, be a bright, beautiful, bountiful human being. The meditation after that was to conquer pain, and for this one you had your arms out to the sides with your right palm facing up and your left palm facing down. And you separated the fingers, so your Jupiter and your Saturn finger were together, and then your Mercury and Sun finger were together. Yogi Bhajan said, self doesn't rest, self seeks. Then you did experiencing the psyche. For this one you had the Mercury and the Sun finger down with your thumb over the top of them, and you have your arms out, up 60 degrees. Yogi Bhajan said, Kundalini Yoga is uncoiling yourself to find your potential and your vitality, and to reach for your virtues. There is nothing from outside, all is in you. You are the storehouse of your totality. The next meditation you did was fight brain fatigue. That's the one where you had your palms facing down and you moved your forearms up and down alternately. Yogi Bhajan said, it doesn't matter if you know everything. The question is, do you practice? And then a meditation using a banana and an orange. Remember this, the healing energies of the earth and the ether, a beautiful meditation. And you get to eat the banana and orange together afterwards. My favorite. So Yogi Bhajan said, when your body receives healing from you, this is the best healing. So you heal yourself. Next meditation was healing the physical, mental and spiritual bodies. For this you had your right arm up facing the sky and your left arm out to the side, and again you separated your fingers, the Jupiter and Saturn together, and your Mercury and your Sun finger together. The meditation after that was called Regulate the Systems of the Body, and for this you made fists and your arms out to the sides very straight, and you did backward circles. Yogi Bhajan said, yoga was made for man to be healthy, happy and holy. Kundalini Yoga was made for man to be healthy, happy, holy and aware. Secret of your soul is awareness. So then you did a Kriya called Relief from Stress. You had your right arm moving up and down, and then moved your head from left to right. Yogi Bhajan said, the techniques of Kundalini Yoga are an effective way to get knowledge from the unknown. Your next meditation was relieve the suffering caused by duality. And for this one you held the fingers in a victory sign, palms facing outward. And you used the beautiful mantra Ardaspai. Yogi Bhajan said, meditation is the creative control of self where the infinite can talk to you. Then you did to see the unseen. To see the unseen is a beautiful meditation which gets you in touch with your intuition. The meditation after that was Krea, which we did the complete meditation for full moon in May. For this one you hit your Mercury fingers together and your Jupiter fingers together. And for the complete meditation Crea, you have your arms up 60 degrees and circle, and you use the mantra Har Hare Hari Waheguru. Then you have strengthening intuitive projection. Now this one I've saved for your full moon in June, and that helps you to get into your intuition. Intuitive projection and intuitive reception have the strength of guarding you. So it's like your guardian angel, said Yogi Bhajan. So we also did Sudarshan Chakra Kriya meditation, which is beautiful, and it sorts out, strengthens all of your chakras. That's the one where you pull in your navel point and you internally chant Waheguru 16 times. We also did Adays to say Adays, which is a lovely meditation to give you leadership qualities, to bring you into your altruistic thinking. You're able to see with the neutral mind what will be of benefit to the group. And then we did the Karam Kriya meditation. We did a lot. You've got loads of Kriyas to be getting on with. Also, go back to the course I did for beginners, the 10 class course, and go back to the 8 class chakra course. I'm just going to read to you a few things from this book called Self-Experience by Yogi Bhajan. Yoga is the experience of infinity in our own finite form. Kundalini Yoga offers us the discipline through which our self can experience ourself. It is a path that will lead us onward to find the bliss that is at the core of being human. It is the divine circle of life that the soul longs for, the experience of the creation through its human life, and the human longs to merge again with infinity. It is the union of the self and the self that we seek, and that, paradoxically, can make us fully human. So we always start with the Adi mantra. The Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong is the infinite creative energy experienced in manifestation and activity. It is a variation of the cosmic syllable Om, which denotes God in an absolute or unmanifested state. God as creator is called Ong. Namo has the same root as the Sanskrit word Namaste, which means reverent greeting. Gurudev Namo means I call on the divine wisdom. Together, Ong Namo means I call on the infinite creative consciousness and opens you to the universal consciousness that guides all action. Guru is the embodiment of the wisdom that one is seeking. The Guru is the giver of the technology. Dev means higher, subtle, or divine. It refers to the transparent or spiritual realms. So you bow to your higher self to guide you in using the knowledge and energy given by the cosmic self. To fully appreciate and receive the benefits of each one of these kriyas and meditations, you'll need mental focus. Unless you're directed to do otherwise, focus your concentration on the brow point, which is located between the eyebrows, just above the root of the nose. With your eyes closed, mentally locate this point by turning your eyes gently upward and inward. Remain aware of your breath, your body posture, your movements, and any mantra you may be using. So pace yourself. Kundalini Yoga involves a rhythmic movement between two or more postures. Begin slowly, keeping a steady rhythm, and increase gradually, being careful not to strain. And when you finish each exercise, take a big inhale, stretch and squeeze the locks, especially Mula Bandh, the root lock. Yogi Bhajan taught many of the kriyas in this manual with no breaks between the exercises, but it's up to you. Often we rest for a minute or two between each exercise. And the exercises are designed to be safe for most people, provided the instructions are followed carefully. The benefits attributed to them come from centuries-old yogic tradition, but use your own wisdom about how intensely to do these exercises, how far to take them. So next week we'll begin a course about the mind. We'll be looking at different aspects of the mind. We'll talk about those, and then we'll do a meditation for each one. So I look forward to that. Sat Nam.